Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons & Dragons magic item video on the Cubic Gate. Before I get into this though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you would hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on social media, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there. I like to think I write good stories that make you think. I wrote a 3-book science fiction Western series called Drifters. I wrote a fun story about a house in New Orleans where the monsters all hang out. It's called The House Off Farrago Road. I wrote a political fantasy called The Righteous President. And I wrote, I've gotten 2 of them so far. I'm working on the 3rd. It's a futuristic science fiction space warfare kind of thing. It's a study of humanity from an alien perspective. The first one is Vanguard 1. The second one is Task Force Terminus. Hope you get them. Hope you like them. Now, back to the Cubic Gate. One of the more useful and treacherous items in the game is the Cubic Gate. The description of the item is on page 142 of the advanced 142 of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide. The cube has 6 sides, kind of like a D6, and each face is attuned to a specific plane. One of the faces is always attuned to the prime material plane. So you've got the prime material plane and 5 others. If your campaign entails any kind of romp through the cosmos, leaping from plane to plane, the Cubic Gate can be an indispensable aid to your players. Because one face is always attuned to the prime material plane, they can get back home from any of the others, from any plane, literally. If your players encounter some extraplanar enemy or monster that they are unprepared for, the Cubic Gate can help to effect a quick getaway. Just keep all of the player characters within 5 feet and you're good to go. You got to read the description, okay? I recommend that you read up on the Cubic Gate very, very thoroughly before you put it into your game. Got to read up on this thing, okay? There are 5 sides of the Cubic Gate yet to be determined, and according to the book, the planes are attuned to the planes that they are attuned to can be chosen by any means desired. If your campaign is a cosmic romp through the planes, I suggest you make at least some of those faces attuned to the planes that would benefit the group. Do not make it the Holy Grail or the Rosetta Stones of their journey. Some faces of the cube should be to useless or dangerous planes. After all, we wouldn't want to make the player characters feel like they've been handed the keys to the wormhole generator, right? Do that and your players get soft. You don't want that. I also highly recommend that the part of the quest to retrieve the Cubic Gate be exceedingly difficult. This item is extremely powerful, and any extraplanar entity worth their salt will covet such items. Once in possession of such an item, the player characters will undoubtedly be targeted by very powerful beings and creatures who want it for themselves. Kind of like artifacts. Anybody who gets an artifact, yeah, I may do a video on artifacts next week. I'll do that. Anyway, do not go easy on the player characters. When these creatures show up to try to get it, the player characters have to understand how important and how powerful such items are. Being able to travel from plane to plane with ease is the dream of many devils, demons, daemons, etc. Not to mention powerful wizards and clerics. Not all those who would seek such a device are extraplanar. Some of them just want to go there and get stuff and come back so they can make themselves more powerful. Greed is a hell of a motivator. Years ago, my son found a way to use a Cubic Gate to save the player character group from a powerful foe. They'd had some seriously bad die rolls. Most of the party was down. He lured the foe away and used the gate to transport both of them to the first plane of hell. Then, in the moment of disorientation for the monster, he ran away and used the gate to return. The monster had no way of getting back. And if you're not familiar with the first plane of hell, that's Tiamat's domain, the 5-headed evil queen of evil dragons. Yeah, she was not happy about that thing being dropped off on her doorstep. That thing just showed up. She had no idea how it got there. She was not happy. Yeah, that monster didn't last. Tiamat is exceedingly nasty. Cubic gates can be a great boon for the party. They can also be very, very dangerous. Play it as such. When a group of player characters gets a hold of an item that is extremely powerful, it's always been my practice to make sure other creatures, extraplanar creatures, powerful denizens of whatever, wherever they are, other people are going to want it. And they'll want to show up and take it. So having a powerful item like that, once word gets out, there's going to be people showing up to get it. They may not all be human. They may not all be denizens of the prime material plane, but somebody's going to want it. That's all I'm saying. It's not just the cubic gate, but the cubic gate is one of them. That's one of the more powerful ones. I recommend you play it as such. Yeah, it can be a boon. It can also be a detriment. So just keep that in mind. Make sure your players understand the dangers associated with it. Because if they don't know, that's another aspect of it. If they don't know which planes it goes to, it could go to a plane that they can't survive on. For example, well, this is the prime material plane, but what does this one do? They boom, and then everybody within 5 feet gets sent to the plane of elemental fire, or the fourth plane of hell, or blah 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 blah. It could be dangerous. I'm just saying. They got to know which side goes where. They've got to understand that before they use it. So identify and other research is extremely important. Identify might not get that done with this because there are different cubic gates. I'm just saying. They open up the different planes. Anyway, so just keep that in mind. Do your research. Read up on it before you put it in your game. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Vanguard 1, Devo Polan, a scientific representative from a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, has come to Earth to learn the one thing that humans do better than anyone else in the galaxy: to fight. In the sequel, Task Force Terminus, Earth is at war with an alien race called the Amdola. Devo Polan's new commission in the Terran fleet exposes him to bigotry and treachery, and he comes to realize that sometimes political and military maneuvering are one and the same.